What's going on, guys? JSR15 here, and welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon episode review. Or should I say, welcome to the final Pokemon Sun and Moon episode. Well, here it is, the final episode of Pokemon Sun and Moon. Almost 3 years of watching every single week has been leading to this final episode. So, if you want to find out what happens in this episode, sit back, relax, grab some tissues because we are going through it now. This final episode is episode 146. Thank you, Alola. The start of a new journey. So we start today's episode with Lily saying that she'll be going to find her father with her mother and her brother, Lusamine and Gladion. I feel like they could have made all this into another episode or so, and I feel like it would have been interesting seeing Lily, Lusamine and Gladion going on this journey all to different places, trying to find their father. You know, I really feel like it could be an interesting episode, but it'll probably never happen. We then see a flashback of Lily and Magearna. It also turns out that Magearna can absorb the Z-Crystal energy and find people. Well, I'm guessing that's what happened here. Also, during the part where Lily's telling everyone that she'll be going away to find her father, I feel like it was a bit emotional. How when everyone was asking Lily, after you found her father, will you return? And her being, yes, of course I will. And everyone being really happy. And then the camera pans to Ash and he's there being sad because he knows that he's not going to be coming back to Alola. Well, at least not for a while. Also, for this episode, they completely got off the intro, which caught me a bit off guard. I wasn't really expecting it, but it did really fit the episode as well. You know, not having the happy intro there. Anyway, back at Team Rocket's base, who have all been ordered back to the main HQ by Giovanni. Seems like they're in a little bit of trouble. You know, one thing I'm interested in to see, how they're going to say a final goodbye to Beware. You know, every time they run off somewhere, Beware's coming to catch them all the time. It'll be interesting to see how they're going to split them all up for good. A little further on in the episode, we can see the sun setting, and we see Ash, who tells Rotom that he's going to let everyone know that he is leaving Alola tomorrow. As they're enjoying the sunset, Mimikyu decides to jump them. The battle was really well animated in my opinion, really good graphics, really good fast-paced action, until Pikachu used Iron Tail, threw Mimikyu above the water and it got depressed. It saw its reflection in the water and just gave up. But don't worry, we're not going to end it on a sad note there because Solgaleo, or Nebby, decided to show up. So Solgaleo wants to say goodbye to Ash, but it's not there to see Ash win the Alola League. Makes sense. Anyway, back to Team Rocket, who have said a quick goodbye to Beware. I feel like it could have been a bit longer and they could have made it more emotional because I think Beware has been in every episode pretty much that Team Rocket has been, and Team Rocket tends to be in every episode, so Beware's pretty much been in every episode. I feel like they could have made it more emotional. But there was one part of the goodbye that did make me laugh. It was where Beware was asking if they were going back to Kanto, and Meowth was like, yes, how do you know that? And it just picked up the balloon and launched it in the air. I honestly did laugh at that part. I thought it was quite funny. Anyway, over to Mallow's cafe for the party to say goodbye to Lily. Everyone's there, everyone's ready, apart from Ash, who isn't there yet. We then hear a large roar from outside the building. Everyone goes out and we see Solgaleo running towards them with Ash on its back. Ash then tells everyone that they went on an amazing adventure through an ultra wormhole. I mean, gee, I wish we could have seen the amazing adventure that they had through the ultra wormhole, but again, another storyline that we'll probably never get to see. But don't worry, some good news did come out of this conversation because it turns out Rotom has got a new job and it's working at the Aether Paradise with the Aether Foundation. As we all know, the Rotom Dex is the most advanced Pokedex in existence, so it has tons of knowledge about all different Pokemons from all over the regions. So it's pretty smart the Aether Paradise hiring Rotom to work for them. During the big conversation, Ash actually told everyone that he's going to be leaving. I mean, as goodbyes go, it was an okay goodbye. It wasn't really emotional. From one goodbye to another, it's now time to say goodbye to Lily. I thought they did this very, very well. From us seeing her flashbacks from all the important moments with Ash, to her running down the boat and telling Ash without him she wouldn't be able to touch Pokemon. I thought they did it really, really well. And I also love the fact that they had to dress up like they were really, really rich and really posh. I mean, they have enough money as it is. They don't need to show everyone how rich they are. But to be honest, I thought the outfits they were wearing were okay. I mean, they seemed a bit old-fashioned, but they still went with a theme. After we've said goodbye to Lily, it's now time for Ash to say goodbye to the rest of his friends. Oh wait, Never mind, they didn't even bother showing it. I just don't understand. Lily, yes, Lily has been the main girl of the whole anime, but his friends have been there throughout every single episode. You could have at least had a more emotional scene with everybody, not just Lily, with everybody. But no, they didn't show it. Once we get to the airport, we then find out that Ash has decided to not take any of his Pokemon back with him. Not really sure why he's doing this. I feel like it's a really missed opportunity. Having the Alola Pokemon not in Kanto with Professor Oak, you know, having Rowlet not flying around with the other birds, seeing Lycanroc in there, seeing even Melmetal in there, or even having Incineroar, you know, having a little firefight with Infernape. I feel like it would have been good to see, but yep, sadly we're not going to see any of Ash's Pokemon from Alola in Kanto. I also really like the way that Ash said goodbye to Professor Kukui and Burnett. I feel like the way Burnett was crying, I feel like that did that really well. Once Ash has boarded the plane, we then get to see all of his friends, who he didn't say goodbye to, fly up on their Ultra Guardian Pokemon and say goodbye from outside the window. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this is a health and safety hazard for the plane, you know, and to be fair, planes travel really fast. How can an Altaria, a Dragonair, a Garchomp, how can they keep up with it? And also, where did Melmetal get this jetpack from? That would have been really helpful during the Alola League, although it would have been classed as cheating. In fact, why hasn't Melmetal eaten the jetpack? It's made of metal. Surely it would have eaten the jetpack by now. As everyone is saying goodbye, the credits music start to play. We get rid of the old credits and see lots of images and clips of everyone starting their vacation. At Mallow's cafe, we see that her brother has arrived home and brought back some Gracie Day flowers, allowing Shaman to transform from its land form into its sky form. Although doing this, it means that it's got to say goodbye to Mallow, and I thought they did this really well. Kiawe also starts his Island King training, Lana heads off with her dad to look for Manaphy, Sophocles starts heading to Hoenn, and Lily's still on the boat. Oh yeah, we also see Hal starting to take on more of the grand challenges. But that's where the episode ended. So there we go. What did you guys think of today's episode? In fact, what did you guys think of Sun and Moon in general? I mean, today's episode, it was the final episode. Was it the best final episode we've ever seen? No. Was it the worst? I don't think so either, although I think I'll have to watch all the other final episodes to find out where this one is ranked. Some of the good points in this episode was the fact that the animation was pretty good during the battle with Mimikyu and everyone saying goodbye, everyone having the crying eyes and being all really upset. I thought they did that really well. I also loved the picture that they had with everyone on there, all the Pokemon, all the main characters, saying goodbye to Lily. I thought they did that really well. There was a few times when I watched this episode and I thought to myself, I'm actually going to end up crying. You know, I was watching, I was like, there is no way I'm going to cry at Pokemon. No way. And I could feel myself welling up a little bit. We've been with these characters for almost 3 years. Every single week for 3 years, you know. Saying goodbye to them was pretty hard. You know what, to be honest, I think I'm actually going to miss them. Some of the more negative points I have about the episode is the fact that Ash didn't really get a proper goodbye with all of his friends. But surely Ash could have said a proper goodbye to everyone. Mallow, Lana, Sophocles, and Kiawe. He could have said a proper goodbye to them. So I think my final rating for this episode will be a 9 out of 10. It covered pretty much everything. The title was on point. Thank you, Alola. Start of a new journey, which is correct. Animation was good. Music was excellent during this. Thought the music was really well done. It could have got a 10 out of 10 if Ash had said a proper goodbye to everybody and not just Lily and Professor Kukui and Professor Burnett. But there we go. I think that's where I'm going to end this episode off. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like. Let me know that you want me to continue these. Also, comment down below in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of this episode. In fact, let me know what you thought of Sun and Moon in general now that it's finished. And finally, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Yes, although this is the final episode, we will be bringing the new season of Pokemon in just a couple weeks. So make sure you are subscribed for that. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in a couple weeks with the start of the new anime. See you then.